Skinny Holloway Southern T, back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll in, whether you're here for a good time or a long time. I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well, man. We talk this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day, and not just today, man. Today we're here with some news you could use, a boxing EP. This is my official fight breakdown and prediction video for a fight that I am excited about. You know what I mean? A fight that I am excited about. This is going to be a this is going to be a fan's fan. You know what I mean? Favorite kind of fight here. I expect a lot of action in this fight. I expect a lot of high action. I expect a lot of high action in this fight. We got two big heavyweights, and not only do we got two big heavyweights, we got two big in stature, big in name value, right? Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora are two of the more recognizable names without a doubt. You know what I mean? In the heavyweight division. Got two of the the better, most recognizable, right? Heavyweights in the division, nonetheless, and Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora. I think both guys are a little longer in the tooth, right? Both these guys have been fighting for just about 20 years. And if you actually combine their fight records together, right, this will be the 100th fight between both guys, right? So you put Wilder fights together, you put Derek Chisora fights together. These guys have been in the ring 100 times, right? So a lot of experience, you know what I mean, on both sides of this coin. When you sit and you look at these guys just resumes, right? Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder, although he's not having his best of times at this very moment, Deontay Wilder's record is highly impressive. When you just, on paper, 44, 4 wins, 1 draw. That's a great career, man. He's had about 50 fights. He got 44 wins, and then you factor in the 43 knockouts on top of, the 40 plus wins Deontay Wilder has amassed. And what I think is a Hall of Fame career he has amassed. You know what I mean? Cemented himself as one of the top heavyweights, most definitely of his generation. Now you could say his back end didn't quite turn out the way that you would like, but as far as his he has the record for most title defenses, as a heavyweight. So he's amassed a great career, you know what I mean, for himself. Then you got Derek Chisora, right? Derek Chisora may be the most storied journeyman ever, right? Journeyman gets a bad connotation, right? But when you're Derek Chisora is probably the most journeyed, probably the most storied journeyman ever, right? Sitting at 36-13. He's a guy who has his record isn't the prettiest, right? But he's giving you those good memories. You know what I mean? In boxing, those good fights. He's put on great fights with great fighters, the who's who, and he's giving you a lot of memories. Right? Is Derek Chisora. This is a bit of a crossroads fight. This is a bit of a crossroads fight between the two, Derrick Rose and Chisora. I said Derrick Rose, Deontay Wilder and Chisora. Derek Chisora, I was saying their names together. Derek Chisora, Deontay Wilder. But anyway, I digress. Derek Chisora has already stated that this will indeed be his last fight, right? This fight with Deontay Wilder, win, lose, or draw. Derek Chisora has already stated that this is going to be his last fight, right? So this is going to be Derek Chisora's last hurrah. Deontay Wilder has stated that he's not. How you think? Oh, really? Derek Chisora has stated that win, lose, or draw, right? This is going to be his last fight, right? Deontay Wilder said that he has a lot left, you know what I mean, in the tank. And I know some people feel like they want Deontay Wilder to maybe retire and whatnot. I'm going to base it solely around this fight, right? I have came out and said that I don't want to see Deontay Wilder just get beat up towards the end of his career, right? I don't want to see him just, put a lot of losses on his record that, don't have to be there. I want him to have his right bearings. Those people there every day. But anyway, I digress. My bad. But anyway, I digress. He has Deontay Wilder has stated that he has a lot left to give to the game, right? Me, I'm under the impression. Me, I'm like this fight is going to tell me everything that I need to know about where Deontay Wilder is. But anyway, this fight is gonna tell me everything that I need to know, about where Deontay Wilder is. You know what I'm saying? With his career, right? If he's able to get past Derek Chisora, right, won't matter tell him that he needs to retire. But I think at this point, if you can't, if you can't, if, at this point, if you can't beat, or if you can at least, if you can't look like the Deontay Wilder of old, fighting Derek Chisora, then I do think you need to retire if you're done Deontay Wilder. Right, made a lot of money, story career. Right, I don't really want to see Deontay Wilder, end his career, on some big losing streak or constantly getting knocked out or nothing like that. I do feel like his legacy is cemented, right? I do feel like his legacy is cemented, right? But it could still leave a bad connotation in it could still leave a bad connotation in people's mouth, right? For him to, end his career taking all of these L's, especially when you consider that, at least me, right? I'm of the belief that Deontay Wilder in his prime, right? That Deontay Wilder in his prime, I'm a believer that a lot of these guys never really wanted to get in the ring. You know what I'm saying? With Deontay Wilder, a lot of these guys kind of stalled him out, waited him out, let him get a little longer in the tooth, right? Before they hopped in the ring with him. I don't think Derek Chisora is one of these guys. I think Chisora will have fought him at any time in his career leading up to this. It just so happened to be, at the end of his career. But a couple of those losses, man, like Joseph Parker, Zhang, and whatnot, I don't feel like Wilder would have necessarily lost to those guys if those fights had happened in his prime, right? Right. But let's look at it, right? So Derek Chisora. We got Derek Chisora coming off a victory over Otto Wallin in a fight where he was the underdog, right? People did have Otto Wallin to beat Derek Chisora. I personally went underdog money, right, with Derek Chisora that day. I do think Otto Wallin is a good fighter, but Derek Chisora is a guy he kind of puts I wouldn't even want to say that he puts a pace on you, right? But he's a guy. He's not going to give up. Even when you think, right, you got Darius Shashura, you may not have Darius Shashura. He's a guy that you're going to have to fight from the first round to the last round if you're not able to get him up out of there and knock him out, right? He's going to be in your face the whole fight. He's going to be fighting that whole fight. He's not going to give you a lot of breaks in between, right? He's also got even there when he's hurt, he can still be dangerous. Is Darius Shashura, but he's coming off a win over Otto Wallin. He's coming off a win over Joe Joyce, right? And he beat Gerald Washington before that, right? He's only having about one fight a year, but when he does have his one fight a year, Derek Chisora has been delivered. I like Derek Chisora, like as a fighter, entertainment value. I do like Derek Chisora. I like to watch Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora entertaining, uh, has put on a lot of entertaining fights, right? And he's coming off two big wins. Joe Joyce, huge win, and Otto Wilder, another huge win, right? Right now, you could kind of say that these guys' careers are going in on different paths. Now, Deontay Wilder is coming off a win in his very last fight, right? His very last fight was versus Tyrell Anthony Herdon. He did get a stoppage against Tyrell Anthony Herdon, but some feel like he didn't look his best. Like even in getting the stoppage win, some feel like that he didn't look his best. And I would have to agree. He didn't look his best in that fight that I've seen. Even the stoppage, it came in a bit of a weird, kind of way. So if I'm going strictly off of his last fight, Deontay Wilder, he did get a win, but it wasn't like a vintage classic Deontay Wilder win. And before that, he got knocked out by Jane, and he lost to Joseph Parker on the card. And we all know about the Robert Hernandez knockout before that. Still one of the better knockouts I've seen, in boxing. Robert Hernandez and Spilker. Deontay Wilder had some of the best knockouts, the best highlight reel you will ever see in boxing. If we just talking entertainment value, the dude highlight reel is crazy. But he's coming off that. He's coming off a loss. Well, he's coming off a win versus Anthony, and before that, he had two straight losses to Zhang and Parker. Got stopped by Zhang, right? Got stopped by Zhang in his fight before getting a TKO victory in his last fight. Right. So we got Deontay Wilder. 44 for one draw, 43 knockouts. He's been stopped 3 times, right? So pretty much, if you're going to beat Deontay Wilder, if you're going to beat him, you're probably going to have to knock him out, right? He's a guy where you either going to knock him out or he's going to knock you out, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. You know what I mean? For the most time, there's Chisora, 36-13. He's been stopped 4 times, right? So Dave Chisora has been stopped 4 times. He's been stopped more than Deontay Wilder, with about the same number of fights. They got about the same number of fights, right? Type deal. But you got Darius Chisora, who's standing at 6'1" with a 74-inch arm reach. Yoda, Wise, what's good, Yoda? Jesse, what's good? Jesse, you been here before, Jesse? Yo, the Wise, what's good? Yo, shout out my guy. Yo, let me see. I ain't saying nothing to the chat. All right. What's good? Shout out my guy Ray Buck. Let me give y'all some love real quick while y'all in here while I'm just rambling. Shout out my guy Ray Buck. Appreciate y'all sliding through. I see y'all in here. I ain't ignoring y'all. Man. I see y'all in here. Shout out my guy Ray Buck. What's good, Ray? What's good, Ray? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. We got my girl Takia in here. What's good, Ty? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Ty. Glad you can make it, Queen. Glad you can make it. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy when you pass it through, making it do what it do. My guy Yoda, Wise, what's good? Yoda in here talking this good boxing. I said I'm gonna be 8 minutes on here, but once this fight started, man, I just came in here. I got the rambling, I got the talking, and you know how I go. I'm just in this bitch rambling and talking now. So I'm gonna do this. I'm actually gonna give y'all more fights than just this one on here. So I may give y'all like 2 more fights on her as well. I'm just gonna start with the main event. We're gonna talk about the main event, and then we go get into the rest of them things, right? But shout out my guy Yoda. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Yoda. The OG Yoda. And shout out my girl Jess. Jesse. Shout out my girl Jess. I think this is Jesse anyway. Yeah, shout out my girl Jess. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Beautiful. Now my day is made. Jesse came through this thing right now. My day is made. Shout out my girl Jessie K. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. And you've been through her before because you got a wrench. I ain't know you've been through her before. But anyway, I digress, right? So we got Darius Chisora sitting at 6'1" with a 74-inch arm reach, right? And then we got Deontay Wilder, who's sitting around 6'7" with an 80-inch arm reach, right? So Deontay Wilder is going to have a height advantage. Deontay Wilder is going to have a reach advantage in this fight. So let's get into the bits, man. Let's get into the money. Let's get into the fun part, right? Let's get into the fun part real quick. Now, y'all, I don't know if y'all know, but Derek Chisora is a favorite in this fight, and I'm not necessarily. Well, I can't say that I'm not shocked because I am a bit shocked, right? But it makes sense if you look at how things have been going lately, right? it makes sense that Derek Chisora would be the favorite. He's minus 200 to Deontay's Wilder minus plus one. I mean plus 140. I'm gonna say that again because I butchered it. I fucked it up. He's minus 200 to Deontay Wilder's minus. He's minus 200 to Deontay Wilder's plus 140. At least it was the last time I checked, right? So Derek Chisora, at least on paper, in Vegas' eyes, right? In Vegas's eyes, Derek Chisora is the favorite going into this fight, meaning that meaning that you get money back, right, when you're betting on Deontay Wilder. And Derek Chisora is considered the favorite. Now, I mentioned earlier, right, that I was one of the people, right, who had stated at some point, like, man, I don't want to see Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean, go out here and constantly get, you know what I mean, knocked out. If Wilder is going to be, constantly losing these fights and getting knocked out, then I would, Deontay Wilder just retire, right? But when you get in these nice out, when you get in these nice bags, right, that's easy for me to say. But if he's going to be out here getting smoked and knocked out, then I do want him to retire, right? And then he signed to fight Derek Chisora, right? So in my mind, if Deontay Wilder was ever going to turn it around, if he was ever going to get a win, right? If he was ever going to right the ship and turn the tide, this fight versus Derek Chisora should and would be the fight where Deontay Wilder can get right and he could turn this tide, right? I can get into this style matchup with you. If we're being real, people like to joke on Deontay Wilder's boxing ability and whatnot. But if we're being real, man, Deontay Wilder is the better boxer of these two, right? Deontay Wilder has a better jab. He's going to have the reach in this fight. He's going to have the mobility advantage in this fight. He's going to have the speed advantage in this fight. He's even going to have the power advantage in this fight. He has more knockouts than Derek Chisora. He has more bone crushing knockouts than Derek Chisora. He has more one shot power than Derek Chisora, right? I feel like he has more athleticism than Derek Chisora. I feel like we're getting Deontay Wilder at underdog money, and I feel like he's the better fighter all the way around. I feel like my bad. I feel like Deontay Wilder is the better athlete. He's the better fighter all the way around, man. Again, I feel like if we were ever going to get a chance to get Deontay Wilder back, you know what I mean? If Deontay Wilder was ever going to get a chance, like to make that statement, I feel like Derek Chisora is the perfect opponent. I feel like Derek Chisora is the perfect style matchup. I feel like Derek Chisora has been sent from the heavens, from the boxing god down for Deontay Wilder, to get himself back on track. And you're telling me that I'm going to get Deontay Wilder at plus money, y'all. If I was ever going to tell y'all to make a bet, if I was ever going to tell y'all, you know what I mean? Yo, this is the week to bet. If you're not a better, this is the week to bet. Deontay Wilder is actually becoming a bigger underdog as we sit here and talk, right? Because earlier he was plus 155 and now he's plus 165, right? So that means that people are actually coming in and betting on Derek Chisora. So if you're going to bet Deontay Wilder, you're actually going to get more money back now for betting Deontay Wilder, right? So if y'all ain't figured out yet, I got Deontay Wilder to win this fight. I just told you, I think Deontay Wilder is the better boxer, right? I like his jab 10 times better, right? He's got more reach. I think he's the more mobile fighter. I think he's the better athlete. Uh, right? If Deontay, this question for us, like some people feel like Deontay Wilder washed. Deontay Wilder ain't got it no more. If Deontay Wilder lose this fight, then he most definitely is indeed washed, and he indeed doesn't have it anymore. I feel like all of the measurables line up for Deontay Wilder in this fight as well, man. I feel like this is the perfect storm for Deontay Wilder to get this win. And I'm taking Deontay Wilder for the win over Derek Chisora. Deontay Wilder is sitting at plus 165 right now. Now these odds have came down a little bit. Money has come in on Derek Chisora, right? So if you're a Deontay Wilder guy, maybe you want to wait and see if the odds get even bigger, right? But the odds have gotten better in the favor of Deontay Wilder, given the fact that, it's growing because money is coming in on Derek Chisora. So many people, right, probably dislike Deontay Wilder. We may actually end up getting Deontay Wilder maybe at plus 200, right, by the time this fight time comes, right? Or it may end up flipping crazy, Deontay Wilder side. Right, you know what I mean? But I'm hoping that this line continues to grow a little bit so we can get even better odds, you know what I mean, on Deontay Wilder because it's at plus 165 right now. It was at plus 135 yesterday, right? So a little money came in on Chisora. So a guy like me who's taking Deontay Wilder, I'm ecstatic to see him plus money. His knockout is plus 260. His knockout was plus 250 yesterday, right? And that was plus 260 today, right? So a little money, it kind of looks like public money though, right? A little money has come in on Derek Chisora, but y'all, Deontay Wilder at plus 165. You can't beat that with a stick as far as the bet go. And then I think this fight ends the knockout. If Deontay Wilder win, 9 times out of 10 is going to be a knockout, right? So I'm taking Deontay Wilder, and I think Deontay Wilder eventually lands this knockout punch on Derek Chisora. So that's Deontay Wilder at plus 165 right now. And then you got Deontay Wilder by knockout at plus 240, right? I don't see a scenario where Deontay Wilder gasses out versus Derek Chisora. If you're banking on Deontay Wilder again, first of all, you have to be a fighter who's able to push Deontay Wilder to a stage where he can gas. I truly don't believe for all the pressure that Derek Chisora puts on these fighters, I don't think he's good enough to push Deontay Wilder to the brink. I just don't. You know what I mean? I just don't feel that way. I don't feel like Derek Chisora is good enough to push Deontay Wilder to the brink. And if I'm wrong, then I would die on this hill. This is not any bias towards this, right? Yes, I am a Deontay Wilder fan, but when you really sit and you really think about this on the surface, man, like this is a perfect storm for Deontay Wilder, right? Again, 6'7" versus 6'1". He's going to be on that line for Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is more mobile and agile, right? It's going to be like if Deontay Wilder wants it to be, he can make it hard for Derek Chisora to even touch him or catch him, right? He's the more powerful striker. He's the stronger puncher. His one punch is harder. He has more knockouts than Derek Chisora already, right? Same amount of fights, a lot more knockouts, right? He got more knockout than Derek Chisora has wins, right? You get what I'm saying? So he's the harder puncher. And I believe that he's the better boxer. I believe his jab, especially how he's able to get to it, I think his jab is a lot better than Derek Chisora's jab. Derek Chisora's plan is going to be to come forward, right, and overwhelm Deontay Wilder. How does if you're a Deontay Wilder fan, even if you're not a Deontay Wilder fan, even if you hate him, even if you think everybody that he's beating is a bum, right? How does Deontay Wilder knock these guys out? By coming forward and he's lining them up. Derek Chisora is perfect placement. Styles make fights. This is a Deontay Wilder style fight. And I'm surprised that Deontay Wilder is an underdog. I'm surprised that Deontay Wilder is a bigger underdog today, even than he was yesterday, right? So I see an opportunity this weekend, right? And I'm not just picking it because Wilder is the dog. I'm picking it because I think he's the better fighter, and we're getting the better overall fighter, more powerful fighter at underdog money. So a person like me, man, who loves value, I can't pass that up. It just makes it's like it makes all the sense in the world, and it doesn't even feel trappy to me, right? The the it doesn't feel trappy to me, right? Even with the skills of Deontay Wilder and the skills of Derek Chisora, man, it's a bargain. And again, I'm expressing this like if you're in here, if you're within the sound of my voice right now, even if you don't bet, right? If you this is the weekend to bet, man. This Deontay Wilder win most definitely seems like free money. You know what I mean? It feels that way. It feels that way. I'm not telling you to go bet the house on it, right? But I'm probably go bet the house on it. You know what I mean? So if I be calling y'all asking y'all to let me come move in with y'all, it's because I really bet the house on them. But I'm probably am going to bet that. It's like there are certain times, right, where also that Austin Reeves double hit tonight too, y'all, at plus 250. So we won that bet that I gave away on ball boxing and blunts earlier. The Austin Reeves plus 250 hit, right? But there are certain times, right, where like I have these feelings like this, right? And then I'll put a little something on and I'll be like, damn man, I should have bet bigger, right? And then there's times where I have these feelings, right, and I actually do bet big and I'm so much happier in the end. I want this to be a so much happier in the end time. So if you're going to tell me, man, I got Deontay Wilder, who's 6 inches taller, who has 6 inch arm reach advantage and shit like that, right? You gonna tell me that I got Deontay Wilder, who's 6 inches taller, right? Who got about a goddamn 8 inch, right? It's 8 inches, not even 6 inches, right? Deontay Wilder arm is that 9 inches, right? Deontay Wilder has a 73 inch, I mean, a 83 inch arm reach. Chisora has a 74 inch arm reach. So you mean to tell me I got a guy who's 6 inches taller? I got a guy with 9 inches in arm reach. He's a lot stronger than he hits a lot harder than Darius Chisora. He moves a lot better than Darius Chisora. He's a better athlete than Darius Chisora. And you're telling me I got that guy and underdog money. To me, it's a no-brainer. Like it's a no-brainer. I can't stress, I can't stress it enough, man. Deontay Wilder should win this fight. We just talking about boxing now, right? Not even debating. Deontay Wilder should win this fight for every reason that I just said. On top of the fact he go get us some plus money. So I got Deontay Wilder to beat Darius Chisora, man. I think styles make fights. I think people are looking at what Wilder has done lately, right? But look at the guys that Wilder lost to. He lost to Joseph Parker. He's He's much taller, more rangier than Darius Chisora, right? And he's a much better boxer. He lost to Zhang. He's taller, he's rangier, and he's a better boxer, right, than Darius Chisora, right? Tyson Fury is taller, rangier, better boxer than Darius Chisora, right? Do y'all see a pattern here? You have to be an elite boxer to beat Deontay Wilder, and Darius Chisora is not even an elite boxer. On top of, he's not even bigger and taller than Deontay Wilder like those other guys were. Now Joseph Parker isn't taller than Wilder, but frame wise he is, bigger than Wilder. Joseph Parker is about 6'4", 6'5". There's Chisora is 6'1", right? Completely different style of fighters that you have seen beating Deontay Wilder. Now, and this is Deontay Wilder at 40, late Deontay Wilder, right? If Deontay Wilder was in his early 30s instead of early 40s, I think he would have smoked those guys anyway, right? But they got him. It happened, right? But I'm just saying, like, even the fights that he lost, those guys don't look like Darius Chisora. Those guys don't box like Darius Chisora. Darius Chisora can't even box compared to those guys, right? Darius Chisora isn't the kind of fighter that beats Deontay Wilder. Darius Chisora is actually the kind of fighter that gets knocked out by Deontay Wilder rather than the kind of fighter that beats Deontay Wilder when you really think about it. Just think about the type of fighter that Deontay Wilder knocks out and the type of fighter that has beaten Deontay Wilder. And I think you can get your answer with that though. But I got Deontay Wilder. I say on the money line, it's probably the best bet, man. It's growing, right? It's plus 165. It was plus 150 yesterday, right? So it was plus 140 yesterday, right? So it's kind of going in that Deontay Wilder favor side, right? So maybe you could throw some on, maybe you throw some on it right now at plus 165 because it did grow a little bit from yesterday, right? But I'm gonna wait it out a little bit and I'm gonna keep checking the line movement to see if it can get up to about plus 180 or maybe plus 200, right? That sweet spot for me is always plus 200, right? If we can get some serious line movement like that to get it around plus 200, if we can get it around plus 280, right? I'm going to for sure pull the trigger. I may put a little something on it tonight, right? But probably not, right? But if I can get that thing up around 180, you can get up to about 175, right, before the weekend. Then I will make a move on it. I'm gonna take that knockout at plus 250 or whatever it is, regardless, right? I am gonna take that knockout, right? But I'm talking about just a money line at this point, right? It's plus 165. So if that money line can get to about plus 185, plus 200, that area, I think uh it's a no-brainer. I'm going in for sure. If it kind of goes back right to about plus 150, then I may go ahead and make the move, right. But right now it's trending our way, right. So I'm gonna continue to check the trend, tomorrow, and see which way it's trending. If it starts to regress, then boom, we go ahead and we're going to put it in at plus 160 or plus 150, wherever we get it. But we're going to hopefully it progress, right, and we'll be able to get it at plus 2 or plus 180 or 190 or something like that. But Deontay Wilder, I think, is easily the pick. This is not no fandom or anything like that. Y'all know Wilder, one of my favorite fighters historically, right? We know this, but this is not even a fan pick right now. You know what I mean? This is not even a fan pick. This is me straight up telling y'all, bro, like, I think we got us one, right? I think we got us one this week with Deontay Wilder being the underdog. Like, it's like they giving it to us. You know what I mean? And sometimes it can be a trap, right? But this don't feel like a trap. Deontay Wilder beating Derek Chisora doesn't feel like a trap at all. You know what I mean? It feels like the books get it wrong, right? Sometimes the books get it wrong. You know what I mean? Sometimes the books get it wrong. And I think the books got it wrong, bro. Like, again, Derek Chisora is the prototypical fighter that Deontay Wilder has been knocking out his whole career. He's prototypical. The prototypical fighter that Deontay Wilder beats looks like Derek Chisora. If you're going to beat Wilder, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be bigger than him, and you have to be a better boxer than him. Derek Chisora is neither of those things. I'm gonna say that again slow. In order to beat Wilder, in order to have a chance to beat Wilder, you have to be bigger than him, and you have to be a better boxer than him. Derek Chisora is neither, however you want to say it, neither of those things. Man, give me Deontay Wilder, man. You can't beat that shit with a goddamn stick. You can't beat that shit with it. And I know we having class right now, but y'all can feel free to drop y'all comments and thoughts, right? You don't have to agree with me. Cause I was talking to Mick. I was talking to Mick on my guy Pop show. That's my goddamn show. I just said Pop show on Pop channel, right? Ball boxing and blunts. It's our show, right? Ball boxing and blunts, right? He got Derek for sure. You know what I mean? So this ain't an echo chamber, right? You know what I mean? But I feel like I ain't gonna say free money, right? Because it ain't never free money. That's a term we like to use, right? But it kind of feels like free money getting Deontay Wilder. Getting Deontay Wilder, right? Derek Chisora isn't like a world beater by a long shot. He's more journeyman. Like I said, man, he's probably the best journeyman, right? He's the most glorified journeyman that you're going to find. You know what I mean? And this is coming from somebody who likes Derek Chisora, who likes to watch him fight, who put respect on Derek Chisora's name, who's won bets betting on Derek Chisora as the underdog. I've lost bets with Derek Chisora as the underdog. He'll get tired. He'll go sit in the corner, and sometimes he just get lined up and he takes shots. If he gets tired a little bit, he can't go sit in the corner on Deontay Wilder. You can't sit in the corner against Deontay Wilder and dare him to hit you. He's going to knock you the fuck out. And I swear to God, bro, I see it. Like, at some point, there's a sure people are saying that they think Wilder gas tank. It's like, bro, if you're thinking that Wilder's going to gas out against Derek Chisora, what is Derek Chisora going to do to Deontay Wilder to make him gas out? Even if you think Deontay Wilder looked bad in his last fight, that dude was about 6'6" with long arms. Derek Chisora is not. Like, he's not. He doesn't. He's the prototypical fighter that Wilder beats, and we getting Wilder at a discount. You know what I mean? And we getting Deontay Wilder at a discount, right? You know what I mean? We getting him at underdog money. I think it's just crazy. I think I think you crazy if you going in there, you putting minus money on Derek Chisora to beat Deontay Wilder. That's stupid, right? You're going to go bet minus money on Derek Chisora to beat Wilder, a guy you know could knock him the fuck out. You know what I mean? A guy you know could knock him the fuck out in one punch. You're going to go put minus money on Derek Chisora? No. Even if you think Derek Chisora was going to win this fight, you can't even bet on it. You can't logically bet on that fight. You know what I mean? Because you really think about it, he's giving up 6 inches in height, 9 inches in arm reach. And you're going to tell me that he's 2 times better than Deontay Wilder right now, minus 200. You're going to tell me that he's 2 times better than Deontay Wilder right now? He's not, Jack. He's not. But I digress. Let's go on to Denzel Bentley, right? Is going to be on this card. If I'm not mistaken, Denzel Bentley is moving up in weight. No, this fight is admitted. So Denzel Bentley is fighting a guy named Edry. Edry. I'm guessing it Savidra. Right? His name is Edry Savidra. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like I knew who this was before I did my homework because I did, right? But he had a majority draw against Cesar Tapia. I saw that. So I do know Tapia, so Tapia can fight. So that's a good look, right? But I don't think he is necessarily he's a good fighter, right? He's a guy that gets knocked out, he knocks out who's in front of him, right? But I don't think he's on the level of Denzel Bentley. Denzel Bentley has fought, at a much higher level. He's fought a much better competition. So I think Denzel Bentley are going there and eventually, you know what I mean, outbox him. I almost don't think Bentley wins this fight by knockout though. So I think it goes long, but I do think Denzel Bentley is going to win his fight. Vidal Riley is also on this card, right? That Vidal Riley is going to be in he'll be most definitely being the toughest fight of his career, right? He's going to be fighting a real fighter, right? If I'm not mistaken, a former champion as well, right? He's been in the ring with Chris Bellum Smith. Got stopped by Chris Bellum Smith, right? He's been in the ring with Doricos, right? One of the better cruiserweights, right, over this time, right? Um, Tony Bellew as well, right? So it lets you know how long he's been at it. He's fought Tony Bellew as well. So he's been in the ring with, some of the who's who. Now, Vidal Riley. Some people believe in Vidal Riley, some people don't, right? He's a YouTuber boxer, right? But he's a legit boxer, right? He's fighting I'll be butchering his name, right? But he's fighting Masternak, right? Good fight. Masternak is 50 wins, 6 losses, 33 knockouts, been stopped twice, right? But he has 50 wins, 6 losses, right? So he got a lot of fights. He's vetting. He's a veteran. He's fighting Vidal Riley, who's 13-0. So you got a guy with damn near 60 fights fighting a guy with not even 15 fights. You get what I'm saying, right? So there's that aspect of Vidal Riley is going to be the younger, more primed athlete in this, right? But highly inexperienced when it comes to a guy like Masternick, right? Vidal Riley, 6'1" with a 76-inch unreached, 13-0 with 7 knockouts, right? So he has power, right? But that's not necessarily his strong suit. He's a guy who's probably going to, his strength is, he's more athletic, he's elusive, and he can outbox these guys. And if the knockout is there, he's not afraid to take it. Master Nick, same height at 6'1", same reach at 76 inches, right? So these guys are roughly going to be about the same size. I think this is going to be the most interesting fight on the card, Vidal Riley versus Master Nick. I've been watching Vidal Riley for a minute, right? Vidal Riley is he's going to want to outbox Master Nick. So the question is, I gotta ask myself right now at this point, right? Is do I think Vidal Riley could not gas out? Do I think Vidal Riley could? Do I think Vidal Riley could? Do I think Vidal Riley could not gas out, right? And outbox Master Nick for 10 rounds, 12 rounds, however long this fight may be. Master Nick is a guy, if he can stop you, he's going to stop you, right? If he can stop you, he's going to stop you. Do I think at 38? Do I think at 38, right? He could stop Vidal Riley. Do I think Vidal Riley could slow down enough to be stopped by Master Nick versus do I think Vidal Riley has the experience and can be disciplined enough to outbox Master Nick for 12 rounds? Because I'm thinking if it goes the distance, it's probably because Vidal Riley was able to use his stick, his jab on Master Nick. If Master Nick has it his way, he's probably going to be stopping Vidal Riley when it slows down. Right. So this is one of those fights where maybe if Master Nick was 28, right, I would say, let's go Master Nick, right? Because I kind of do think maybe he's the better fighter overall, right? Package, just like I said last week with Keith Thurman, right? Better fighter overall, but he's 38 years old. Is he going to have what he needs to tame this young bull in Vidal Riley? And when Vidal Riley is going to be, because sometimes Vidal Riley, he tends to slow down a little bit in that around that 7, 8, 9 phase, right? He kind of slows down just a little bit, and that's what I'm worried about. If I didn't feel like Vidal Riley kind of slowed down in the later rounds just a tad bit, I would say Vidal Riley decision output on points. He go outbox, right? But because if Vidal Riley slows down in this fight, Master Nigga is the guy who he's going to find you, and he is able to make you pay, right? So as long as Vidal Riley, if Vidal Riley comes in his best physical shape, then I think he could use his youthfulness, athleticism, and his. I'm going to find out how good of a boxer Vidal Riley really is today, right? Because I'm banking on the fact that he's able to outbox Master Nick, but Master Nick can box too. You know what I mean? So this that fight's going to be interesting. If I had to be like, if I had to maybe put money on it, right? Like give you like a sure thing, right? I would probably say maybe it goes the distance, right? I would say maybe I would say maybe it goes the distance, right? That's tough. This is the toughest fight, Riley versus Mashner. This the toughest fight for me to pick on this card. Wilder is my dog pick. Wilder, my favorite pick on the card, right? That's my dog pick. Wilder, my favorite pick. I got Denzel Bentley to win as well. And I knew Vidal Riley versus Master Nick was going to take, me a minute, was going to challenge my thought process because I could see both of these guys winning that fight, Vidal Riley and Master Nick. I could truly see both those guys being able to win that fight. I'm thinking if Vidal Riley wins it, though, he's just going to outbox Master Nick. And if Master Nick wins it, he's probably going to stop Vidal Riley because he slowed down at some point. Vidal, this is going to be the biggest stage that Vidal has been on, right? But just because you're the better, like Father Time is undefeated, right? Just because I think that Master Nick may be the better overall fighter. He used to be the better overall fighter. He's 38, but he has been active, right? And I know I got a little Vidal Riley bias in me because he is, a YouTuber. I've seen him, start on the YouTube, and if he could be Master Nick, man, he probably going to get a title shot next at cruiserweight, Vidal Riley, right? So this possibly could put him in, you know, title shot contention. You know what I mean? So this is probably the biggest. This is the biggest stage that Vidal Riley has been on. I'm pulling for Vidal Riley, man. Uh, I guess I go Vidal. Maybe Vidal decision, but I wouldn't be shocked if Vidal land a knockout. Maybe if Master Nick slows down, but I think this fight is going to come down to who executes their game plan the best. And Master Nick being the veteran, we've seen him in there against some of the high level guys, right? So we know that the moment's not going to be too big for him. It's going to be Vidal Riley's biggest moment for sure. So Vidal Riley gonna have to answer the bell, man. I got Vidal Riley, right? So I got Wilder, Bentley, and Vidal Riley, right? Vidal Riley versus Master Nick gonna be a good fight. That's gonna be a good. That's gonna be a good. But yeah, I got Wilder beating Darius for sure. I think actually we might want to go ahead and put a little something on Wilder right before people actually wake up and realize, like, hold on, Wilder's fighting Darius Shore. Let me go take Deontay Wilder, right? So maybe we do want to go ahead and put some on Wilder, right? But getting Wilder at underdog money, man, I think getting Wilder at underdog money, man, I feel like, man, we can't beat that with a stick. You know what I'm saying? Getting Wilder at underdog money, man, I feel like we can't beat that with a stick. So I got Deontay Wilder for the win over Darius for sure. His knockout is plus 250. The money line is plus 165, right? If you're a guy who's taking Wilder like me, it's growing in our favor right now. So maybe you want to wait a little bit. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm on. You know what I mean? Again, I feel like it's kind of been. I feel like it's kind of been given to us on the platter, man. Like, and again, I keep saying this because I want y'all to. I want y'all to feel me when I say this. Does Derek Chisora look more like the people that Wilder knocked out, or does he look more like the people that beat Deontay Wilder? You know what I mean? And I think the answer to that question would be he looks more like the people that Deontay Wilder knocked out, as far as his fight style, as far as his stature, as far as what he brings to the table. He's more of the type of person you see Wilder knock out versus being taller than him, bigger than him, better boxer than him. Chisora is not even a better boxer than him. You know what I mean? Wilder is going to have a reach advantage. He's going to have a boxing advantage. He's going to have a speed advantage. He's going to have a power advantage. How the fuck is Deontay Wilder the underdog? But anyway, I digress, man. Skin the Hardaway studying T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. This the present. Let's have it rocking. And I'm out. Love. Appreciate y'all folks subscribing. Appreciate y'all folks coming through. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Y'all hit that subscription button if you ain't subscribed.